There was a time when he thought his life would eventually change. He thought something would happen. Maybe the right opportunity would appear. Maybe someone would notice him. Maybe someone would believe in him. Maybe one day he would wake up motivated, confident, successful, happy. But the days kept passing. Monday became Friday. January became December. Another year disappeared, and nothing changed. One night, sitting alone in the dark, he finally asked himself a question that changed everything. What if nobody is coming? Not to save him, not to motivate him, not to give him permission, not to hand him the life he wanted. And for the first time, that thought didn't scare him. It gave him power, because if nobody was coming, then waiting was pointless. He didn't need another sign. He didn't need another perfect morning. He didn't need another motivational video. He needed to move. And maybe that's where your story begins too. Because sometimes, the biggest obstacle between you and your future isn't failure. It's waiting. Waiting to feel ready. Waiting to feel confident. Waiting for the perfect opportunity. Waiting for life to become easier. But life doesn't change because you wait. Life changes when you do. He used to think successful people were different. They had more discipline, more confidence, more energy, more motivation. But then he discovered something. They weren't always motivated. They simply learned how to act without motivation. That's a difference. You don't need to feel like exercising to exercise. You don't need to feel like studying to study. You don't need to feel confident to begin. You don't need to feel ready to take the first step. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is a decision. There will be mornings when you don't want to get up. There will be nights when you don't want to continue. There will be days when your dream feels ridiculous. Those moments don't mean you should quit. Those moments are where discipline is built. Anyone can work when they're inspired. The rare person works when inspiration disappears. So stop asking yourself, do I feel motivated? Start asking, what needs to be done? Then do it. No negotiation. No excuses. No dramatic speech. Just action. Because every time you keep a promise to yourself, you become someone you can trust. And confidence begins there. Here's something nobody tells you about transformation. Your old life will fight to survive. Your old habits will call you back. Your comfort zone will make excuses. People around you may not understand. You'll hear, why are you working so hard? Relax. You're taking this too seriously. You can do it tomorrow. What's the rush? And tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next month. Next month becomes another year. That's how people lose their lives. Not in one dramatic moment, but through thousands of tiny compromises. One more hour of scrolling. One more excuse. One more unnecessary night. One more promise broken to yourself. And eventually, you wake up years later, wondering where the time went. So understand this. When you change, your environment may need to change too. You may have to say no. You may have to spend more time alone. You may have to disappoint people. You may have to become boring for a while. That's okay. You're not losing your life. You're rebuilding it. Another thing was destroying him. Comparison. Every time he looked at someone else's success, he questioned his own. Someone had more money. Someone had a better body. Someone had a bigger house. Someone had millions of followers. Someone younger than him had already accomplished what he was still dreaming about, and he felt behind. But then he realized something. He was comparing his beginning to someone else's middle. He didn't see their years of failure. He didn't see their sacrifices. He didn't see the nights they wanted to quit. He only saw the result. So he stopped looking sideways and started looking forward. Your competition isn't the person next to you. It's the person you were yesterday. Did you become stronger? Did you become wiser? Did you become more disciplined? Did you make progress? That's enough. You don't need to win someone else's race. You need to finish yours. Most people want the moment. Nobody wants the months before it. They want the body, not the workouts. They want the business, not the lonely nights. They want the confidence, not the uncomfortable practice. They want the money, not the years of learning. They want the result, without becoming the person capable of producing it. But greatness is built when nobody is watching. The work you do in silence eventually becomes visible. Every workout matters. Every page matters. Every dollar saved matters. Every skill learned matters. Every uncomfortable conversation matters. Every time you say no to distraction, you're voting for your future. You may not see the results today. That's the hardest part. You work, and nothing seems to happen. You keep going, and nobody notices. You improve, and nobody congratulates you. Keep going. A seed doesn't look impressive underground, but something is happening, and your life may be the same. Invisible progress is still progress. Eventually, he understood something deeper. He couldn't build a new life with the same identity that created the old one. If you keep saying, "I'm lazy," you will behave like someone who's lazy. "I'm unlucky." You'll search for evidence that life is against you. "I'm not confident." You'll avoid opportunities that could build confidence. "I can't." You'll never discover what happens when you try. Your identity matters. Start telling yourself something different. Not lies, not empty affirmations. Evidence. I keep my promises. I finish what I start. I can handle discomfort. I don't need everyone's approval. I can learn. I can improve. I can become better. Then prove it. Because confidence isn't created by repeating words in a mirror. Confidence is created by keeping promises to yourself. Every time you do something difficult, your identity changes. Every time you choose discipline, you become more disciplined. Every time you choose courage, you become braver. Every time you refuse to quit, you become someone who doesn't quit. You become what you repeatedly do. Imagine meeting yourself 5 years from now. One version of you made excuses, stayed comfortable, kept waiting, kept scrolling, kept saying, "Someday." The other version started today, not perfectly, not dramatically, just consistently. Which version do you think you'll meet? Because your future isn't created someday. It's being created right now by what you eat, what you watch, who you spend time with, what you tolerate, what you practice, what you avoid, what you do when nobody is watching. Every day, you are casting a vote for the person you're becoming. And one day, those votes become your life. So ask yourself, if I continue living exactly like this, where will I be 5 years from now? If you don't like the answer, change something today. Not tomorrow, today. One habit, one decision, 1 hour, one uncomfortable action. You don't need to rebuild your entire life overnight. You just need to stop walking in the wrong direction. Maybe you've been waiting for your life to change. Maybe you've been waiting for motivation, waiting for confidence, waiting for money, waiting for someone to believe in you, waiting for the right time. But listen carefully. The right time is not coming. This is your time. Not because everything is perfect, because it never will be. You don't need permission. You don't need everyone to understand. You don't need to know exactly how everything will work out. You need to begin. Start with what you have. Start where you are. Start badly. Start scared. Start uncertain. But start, because the person you want to become is built through today's decisions, not tomorrow's intentions. So get up, make the call, start the business, go to the gym, open the book, learn the skill, delete the distraction, walk away from what is destroying you, forgive yourself, and begin again. You have wasted enough time waiting for a different life. Now create one. There will be difficult days. Keep going. There will be failures. Learn. There will be people who doubt you. Let them. There will be moments when you question yourself. Remember why you started. And when you feel like quitting, remember this. You don't need to feel powerful to make a powerful decision. You don't need to feel confident to take a courageous step. You don't need to see the entire staircase to climb the first step. One day, you will look back at this version of yourself, the tired version, the uncertain version, the version that almost gave up, and you'll realize that was the moment everything changed. Not when you became successful, Not when everyone believed in you, not when the money arrived, but when you finally decided, I'm responsible for what happens next. That decision changed everything. So stop waiting. Stop asking when your life will begin. Stop looking for someone to rescue you. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop waiting for perfect circumstances. Your life is already happening. And every day, you are either building your future or repeating your past. Choose. Choose discipline. Choose courage. Choose patience. Choose yourself. And then do the work. Quietly. Consistently. Relentlessly. Because someday, the life you dreamed about will no longer be a dream. It will be the life you built while nobody was watching. Stop waiting for your life to change. Change yourself first. And watch how everything around you begins to change.